On go the helmets for the last time this year, and it's off for the final race. A season of major rule changes. The FIA's main new announcements: pit stop tyre changes once again allowed, a new qualifying system, and last but not least, down from V10 to V8 engines. On the technical side, the new engines have proved themselves, creating significantly greater equality. The cars have become slower, it's therefore safer. Yes, it was a good rule, and what you might call the sporting aspects, such as changing the qualifying system, well, that's become a real highlight. What's been created here is a moment of tension that you now certainly wouldn't want to be without. The teams needed a rethink. They had to come to terms with the new technical terrain, always with an eye firmly on the issue of safety. You can always argue about safety because it's very difficult to define it precisely in Formula One. Everyone wants to try to make everything as safe as possible. But I think it was definitely very exciting. The tyre change was very quick and extremely tense. And for me, as a test driver, that's naturally great fun. The new tyre regulations finally again permitted pit stop tyre changes. The tyres therefore no longer had to last so long. As a consequence, the compound is now softer and the tyres provide more grip. Compared to the V10 engines, the capacity of the V8 units is around 20% lower. So, were they slow and boring? Hardly, but the combination of the fast-revving V8 engines and soft tyre compounds really packs a punch.
Generally, the engines were still quite strong. I think the V8 was a little bit in terms of torque, and you had to change the style a little bit in terms of the way you attack the corners, because the V10 was a lot more powerful and torquey off the corners. But the grip level was very high this year from the cars, because the downforce has been improving for all the teams, and also the tyre war between Bridgestone and Michelin in turn brings the grip levels up. So the corner speeds have been very, very high this year, which changes the style also. So together those two or three things have changed the style in Formula One.
To compensate for the reduction in engine power, the engineers had to make modifications elsewhere. There was less a need for speed on the straights, more for speed in and out of the corners. The task for the aerodynamic experts was to find the lost downforce again. The result, totally new wing constructions, including experiments with flexible elements, guiding the airflow in perfect aerodynamic fashion. Another fun factor for the fans, the new qualifying system. 3 sessions that create tension and at times throw the balance of power up in the air. In the race too, more thrilling chases and duels.
Well, the first thing you look at is tyre degradation, and that is how much lap time degradation you have over, say, a 20-lap stint. You put that into your simulation. You then put in the fuel burn effect, because as you're burning fuel off, the car is getting lighter, so the car is going quicker because it has less fuel, but it's going slower because the tyres are getting older. So you have a balance there between those two things. Then the third parameter is how long the pit lane is, so how long it takes you to do a stop. And those 3 things you feed into your strategy program. Try different strategies: 2 stop, 3 stop, 1 stop. And then once you decide what strategy you should take, you then look at the number of laps you should do.
The final regulations for 2007 are still being refined. And there's even a rumor that in the distant future the FIA is going to look at systems of energy recovery via heat and exhaust fumes. Formula One is indeed to become more environmentally aware.